aka Diz, and this is the Force always.
Okay, welcome to the show, Star Wars news, views, reviews, and interviews. Let's get on with the show. Here it is. To Star Wars news. Jedi Master tickets, Saturday passes, adult passes, and kid passes, and the 5-day passes for Star Wars Celebration 2019 all sold. They are all sold. In fact, the Jedi Master tickets were sold in about a minute when they were released. Here in Australia, they were ready to be released at 3 a.m. Can you believe that? 3 a.m. And they were sold within about a minute. But the Saturday passes, all Saturday passes, 5-day passes for Star Wars Celebration 2019 have been sold. To more news about that later on in the show. To more news, the Chicago hotels for Star Wars Celebration in that time period is fastly running out, especially in the vicinity. If you want to get any accommodation at that time period, you want to book now, whether it's through Star Wars Celebration 2019, the site, or your own means in finding the accommodation, whether it's family you may have there or not. You want to do that real soon because it's starting to really book out completely, amazingly. This is a year out. To more news, here in Melbourne, Australia, we had Oz Comic Con. That was over the weekend in Melbourne, Australia. It's sort of a collection of fantasy type of stuff. Star Wars, Marvel, DC. That happened here on the weekend. It was at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre. Went down. No big reports coming out of it, but that went down this past weekend. To more news, and probably very important news, Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose in The Last Jedi, has brought down her Instagram account, her social media, due to some harassment from star bullies or whatever, online people. This is a very sad sort of thing that internet especially is just going through at this stage. It could be myself, it could be others being taken on, just by the trolls out there. Anyone. It's just not good. I'm here for positivity. Kelly Marie Tran is here for positivity. She's a fan. You can tell. Her character in Last Jedi was one of the best. And to be honest, her comments, her actual, role comments were probably more powerful than Yoda. That's in my opinion. But yes, she's taken down her social media account at this point. If Kelly Marie Tran is checking this out, I don't know. My support is for you. You are fantastic. And don't let these people rock you. Like what I say. No matter what, I'll keep rocking and you keep rocking. Anyway, Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose, her social media account is down. If she brings it back up, just be strong and keep rocking. Anyway, that's the news for this time around. I've also got to say thanks to Sean with Sources of Forces. He comes out with some news items for this show, and I come up with them as well. Word of mouth, through the internet, whatever it is. Research of all types. Thanks to Sean, Sources of the Forces. Anyway, let's get into views. Views this time around is an idea that I may have touched on before, but I want to touch on strongly. Now, at this stage, the views is not about how many views a YouTube channel gets or predictions. This is just my story ideas. Now, let's get into it. Episode 9 is the next Star Wars movie to come out, which is about a year and a half away. But also, we've just had Solo, which now at this stage I've seen 7 times. 7 times. Yesterday was the last one I saw of this particular movie, and I still think it's fantastic. At a 9.1 out of 10. That's what I gave it then. That's what I give it now. But Kira, the lead female, especially to Han Solo in this particular film. This is a bit of a spoiler. Just you want to stay around. It's not stick around if you want to not know about Solo, but that's a spoiler warning there. Kira at the end of the film is mingling with some really bad people, especially Maul, not Darth Maul. If you really know as a Star Wars fan, Darth Maul ended, Maul began. Just check the Clone Wars in Y. It's a bit of a story, sort of good, sort of bad. Bad for the sake of, resurrecting a character that technically was dead, but the reasoning behind it was just passable, but still a bit out there. But anyway, she's mingling with some bad people, Maul, and I think the age in the Star Wars story timeline, Kira would be similar age to what Han Solo died in The Force Awakens, be an old type person. If you can create her to be an older looking lady that has, become a fully evil person at this stage through the teachings of Maul, where we left her last in Solo, but in episode 9, this would be a great story idea in being an evil villain for Rey. That'd be fantastic. That's what I reckon. It'd be a really good idea, be the main evil villain for Rey in episode 9, Star Wars episode 9. Kira up against Rey. Now that would be quite interesting. And it would give a great tie-in from something that we really know now to then. I think it could work. Kira being the evil villain to Rey. Also having some sort of connection to Kylo Ren. Obviously, Kylo Ren is the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, or General Leia. And I think it would just be a great tie-in. That's my story idea. That's what I like to see happen. That's my views for this time around. So let's now get into reviews. As I said earlier on the show, I'll be giving a bit more news about Star Wars Celebration Jedi Master tickets. Now, I was one of these guys who, woke up here in Australia super early, about 2:45 a.m. to get ready to get online for Star Wars Celebration. And in less than a minute, the Jedi Master tickets, which is like a v.i.p ticket, was sold out. A second I got on there was no chance, nothing, it was sold out. This, at this point in time, is probably the beginning of bad organisation from the organisers. To have it sell out in 1 minute, obviously there was not enough allocated. I've been in touch back and forth with the organisers and trying to rectify or understand this, and they couldn't actually give me the number that were allocated. If this event has sold out so quickly for the Jedi Master tickets and the 5-day passes, which was in days after, and now the Saturday has been completely sold out, this is going to be a massive event. Like the last event which I was at in Orlando was really, really big. But this one, I'm feeling, because it's the end of the trilogy, it's going to be massive and there's going to be a lot of announcements. It's really disappointing to know the Jedi Master tickets that would assist people, especially coming from overseas, like me, Melbourne, Australia, all the way to Chicago, getting access, easier access to certain events. It's just really disappointing. I think it's just, there was not enough allocated. I mean, we're willing to pay the price. I know that you can only have a certain amount of tickets, but it's disappointing to know that you have really underwhelmed this area. Jedi Master tickets, the v.i.p, have lots of contributions to it. I mean, you get a lot of material items, which is fantastic. But the accessibility is what really will sell me. I've been to an event like this before, and it was really badly organized in its line jumping and its actual, how you get into the actual event itself. The first and second day, you get a wrist tag, you put it around your wrist, and then you got to wait in line to actually get into the event. Where if they were to put on the wrist tag the actual seat number, then you could then go off and check out Star Wars Celebration, the shops and things like that. That you'd be do two things at once. Having these people shop, check out the places that's around, and then go into the actual event that they're wanting to see. But to actually experience a 19-hour line, that's what I was in, a 19-hour line, day one. And then day 2, it was a 19-hour line. It was, the line jumping was really bad. Like, as they moved the line, there was not enough security to escort these people. It was really badly done. If you're not going to have any more security to the organisers, they should just bring, in chunks of, say, 10 or 20, piece by piece, because you actually line up on the outside first. You go into this inside area, and then you have a stay overnight area, which is inside the complex, like a real big area that everyone sleeps and just chills out and just whatever. But the organisation of the line jumping was really bad last time, and the actual line jumping, and it was just, it was not seat allocated as you got the wristband. That should be an absolute most thing that should happen, because then those people can go off and check out the shops and mingle with other Star Wars fans, but you're stuck just lining up going into the event. If you want to go to the next day event, you got to line up, go into the event. That's all you do. But as so far we've got Jedi Master tickets, the VIP tickets sold in a minute, it's just too little. They are expensive a ticket. It's almost triple the price of a 5-day pass. I just don't know why it was not given more allocation to. I just think it's ridiculous. So the organisers for Star Wars Celebration 2019, get your act together, especially on the day and the days of Star Wars Celebration 2019. Line jumping will not be tolerated. Excuse me. And also allocating seat numbers to these people who line up is very important. Anyway, that's my sort of review. The review on the amount of tickets was, I'll give it 1 out of 10. It's just not good enough if it sells in 1 minute. I just think it's a 1 out of 10. But to the review of the organisers so far, I can only give 5 out of 10. In the website's fantastic. Things will be slowly announced in guests and things like that. That's about a 5 out of 10. 5 is purely on the quality of the website. It's really going to be up to the organisation skills of the actual organisers on the day and days of Celebration 2019 for Star Wars. So that's reviews for this time. Let's get into interviews. Star Wars Celebration so far, pretty much is what I've sort of covered. Star Wars Celebration so far, is it been good or bad? I think it's been good in having tickets come early, being really prepared, having the hotels and travel and all these things be optional and sort of get people into the act, which is good. But the ticket allocation, bad. Really, really bad. I mean, to have it be sold in 1 minute, again, it's just bad. That's the VIP tickets. Seriously bad. 5-day passes, it took a couple of days. That's understandable. Okay, a couple of days I can put up with. But for 1 minute, these VIP tickets get sold, seriously bad. Excuse me. To my second question, Star Wars Celebration 2019, what should you expect? Well, expect this. 2 aspects from a person who's been there, the last one. It's a really exhilarating time. It's like absolute sugar. When I say that, I mean the energy is amazing. The community is amazing. You talk Star Wars non-stop. If you don't want to talk Star Wars, don't go. But the community there, the people there are great. I mean, there's some oddballs there. Don't worry about that. But it's a great collection of people, and it's a great community. That's fantastic. But also expect huge lines. If they announce on the site to be there at a certain time, add 10 to 15 hours on top of that to get a possible position in the actual room. Because what they do is I'll put you in the room, that it's coming from live, and all the remainder will go into another room with a big TV screen. Nice big room, but it's on TV. Excuse me. And the others will be just say, look, I'm sorry, it's maximum capacity. So you really need to be in this line for a considerable amount of time. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I'd say 20 hours plus. You'll be in a line. That's the first day events, second day events, and I think I would put it down for third day as well. The other lines are still big, but not as bad as the first couple of days. So expectations is be prepared to have thick skin and some sort of comfortable sleeping, small type sort of thing to sleep on. You're hardly getting to sleep. Wear warm clothing, and the expectations would include that it's exhilarating. It's both great and hard work. That's what I'll say to you. Be more on this later on in other episodes. So that's my interviews. That's two questions from myself to answer you guys out there. The reason why I got the beanie out the moment, now Melbourne is going through a cold spell. We're in winter. We're officially in winter. The rest of the world are rocking summer, which is great. But anyway, you'll see me with the beanie here and there. Anyway, so that's the show for this time around. Excuse me again. Being cold sort of season, it's sort of creeping up on me. Please be a patron of mine. If you don't, it's okay. Patreon.com is just financial support for the channel. I'll be here no matter what. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm on a weekly basis with the news, views, reviews, and interviews. And please like, share, subscribe to this channel, The Force Always, only on YouTube. Until next time, keep rocking.